Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn another common way to say only, using the word 밖. Now, we previously learned that the noun 밖 means outside. For example, 민우 씨는 밖에서 놀고 있어요. 민우 is playing outside. 밖 can also be used with the particle 에 and a negative verb to mean only. So to do that, attach 밖에 directly after a noun without a space. Then finish the sentence with a negative verb. This is another common way to say only. In fact, using 밖에 will often sound more natural than the particle 만 in most cases. And in a moment, we'll compare these two forms. If it helps you to understand it more literally, you can think of 밖에 in this form as meaning outside of, other than, or nothing but, depending on the negative verb that it's used with. So here are some examples of this form. 저는 10,000원밖에 없어요. I only have 10,000 won. 그 영화는 한글 자막밖에 없어요. That movie only has 한글 subtitles. 한 명밖에 안 했어요. Only one person did it. 저는 영어밖에 할 수 없어요. I can only speak English. 저는 이거밖에 몰라요. I only know this. 오늘 1시간밖에 없어요. I only have 1 hour today. 사과를 4개밖에 안 샀어요. I only bought 4 apples. We previously only learned about the particle 만 for saying only, but this new form, 밖에, works a little bit different and sounds a bit different than that. So let's compare one sentence using both of those forms. For example, 저는 채소만 먹어요. I only eat vegetables. Or 저는 채소밖에 안 먹어요. I only eat vegetables. Both of these sentences have the same translation, but sentence B sounds more natural. When you're using 밖에 to mean only, it emphasizes that something is lacking or missing. The particle 만, however, has no extra emphasis. Therefore, B sounds like the speaker is saying that perhaps eating only vegetables isn't enough for them, and maybe they wish they ate other things too. But the important thing to take away from this is that whenever you can use it with a negative verb, using the 밖에 form will sound more natural than using the particle 만. Alright, so let's do a bit of practice with this new form 밖에. I want you to take each of these following sentences and change them to use 밖에, as well as adding in a negative verb. So you can pause the video here and give it a try. Here are the answers. 저는 김치밖에 안 먹어요. I only eat kimchi. 저는 어제 한 명밖에 안 만났어요. I only met one person yesterday. 저는 고양이밖에 키우고 싶지 않아요. I only want to raise a cat. 저는 빌리 씨밖에 몰라요. I only know Billy. 빌리 씨는 모자가 2개밖에 없어요. Billy only has 2 hats. 저는 한국 음악밖에 안 들어요. I only listen to Korean music.
저는 김치밖에 안 먹어요. 저는 어제 한 명밖에 안 만났어요. 저는 고양이밖에 키우고 싶지 않아요. 저는 빌리 씨밖에 몰라요. 빌리 씨는 모자가 2개밖에 없어요. 저는 한국 음악밖에 안 들어요.
But before we go, some quick notes. This 밖에 form cannot be used together with the descriptive verb 아니다, to not be. So you couldn't use it to say something like I am only. Also, 밖에 cannot be used with commands or suggestions. Therefore, it can't be used to say something like, only do something, or should we only do something? And again, remember to use 밖에 instead of 만 whenever possible for more natural sounding sentences. So in this lesson, we learned more about saying only as well as how to use the form 밖에. So practice everything here and I'll see you again in the next lesson. 그럼 다음에 또 봐!